Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. It is 6:45 in the morning. France beckons. There is a full day's riding ahead of me. Let's have it! Well, I was indeed the only motorcycle on the boat. Seems I'm the only mad person out here wanting to ride in the winter. Right, we are off. Well, that was a good night's sleep, and thankfully I didn't feel sick at any point, which is quite something given how much the boat was moving. So I'm impressed with myself. Once I get off of the boat and just away from the traffic a bit, I'm going to sort myself out. Saying 4 hours to get to the hotel tonight. Now that always takes a little bit longer in my experience with stopping and messing around and eating and all that stuff. There is some Malo looking lovely. So it's probably going to be mid-afternoon when I get there. I may try and detour a bit along the coast if I can. It's beautiful. The weather forecast is good. I think about 8 degrees and no rain on the forecast, certainly in this area. I don't know about further south. That's a beautiful morning. There was an absolutely wonderful sunrise this morning. It is good to be back on tour, it really is. And hopefully that warm weather will kick in. Provide a little respite from the winter blues that have certainly set in for me. Don't know about you guys. Bonjour. Merci. It's always a bit of a faff on the bike, but so far I'm enjoying having this CarPuride sat-nav system, nice and clear, doing exactly what you'd expect it to do. Right, if I get too cold I am going to put the waterproofs on, but if it stays dry and warms up to at least 8 degrees like it reckons it will, then I will stay like this. It's far more comfortable. Right, Steve, remember to ride on the right. An absolutely beautiful morning. I just have my fingers crossed that this is a sign of things to come. Sunshine, blue skies once the clouds part. Hopefully the temperature rises a little bit. It's 4 degrees. I was resisting putting the heated gloves on, but I have given in already. I'm getting cold, so the next chance I get to pull over, which won't be long I'm sure, I'm going to put on that waterproof suit that's strapped to the bag behind me. It's not going to rain, thankfully, but that'll keep the wind out, and I think that'll keep me warm. The heated gloves are working a treat. But it's only 4 degrees, and according to Apple Maps I still got 3.5 hours of riding to go, which will be longer, so I need to keep my body heat up, and then if it warms up later I will simply take it off again. Well, this is easier to get on than the old rubber romper suit, my old Harley suit that got nicked last summer, but only just, but it will keep me warm. Okay, 20k, and there is a coffee with my name on it. I already feel a lot warmer, just the effort of getting into the waterproofs, but it'll keep the wind off, it's going to help. That's better. Well, I seem to have finally broken free of the dual carriageways. D roads again instead of N roads. I know it's like a running commentary on the temperature, but it's 10 degrees. The sun is out. A moment ago it was reading 12. I'm getting quite excited for what might lie ahead. But Rochelle is on the signposts. Happy days. I'm passing 1 or 2 motorcycles coming the other way. Not many, it's not like it is in the summer obviously. Seem to be mainly GSs out at the minute. Beautiful blue sky. Bring it on, that's what I say. I was talking to my partner earlier at home, and she said it's absolutely lashing down and it's bitterly cold. Hopefully at some point she'll pass her test, dust off that old Bonneville she very kindly lent me, and we'll do something like this together. That would be really nice. I do tend to mention every time I leave the UK and come over to the continent to ride is just how much better the roads are, the lack of potholes, not complete lack of potholes, but very few. There is a marked difference. I remember when I did my Africa tour, and let's get this visor down, it's a bit cold. I remember when I did the Africa tour and rode across, I say Africa tour, North Africa and Morocco, and rode across to the Sahara. The roads in Morocco, apart from when I was crossing the Atlas Mountains and I was really in the wilds, the roads are absolutely amazing, just amazing, put the UK to shame. So only 40 minutes to go until I get to the hotel. I'm going to be quite early. It's been a very leisurely day's ride today, 230 or 40 miles, something like that. I just want to stand up if I can without getting blown away, because I think the sea is just over there. Can't see it. Maybe in a moment you will. So what I'm going to probably do is find my way to the hotel and then have a little wander around and explore a bit. Have a look at Royan, which I'm sure I have just said incorrectly. There we go, the estuary. Beyond that, the open sea. Destination on the signpost. That's quite a bridge ahead. Don't know if you can see that yet. Very gentle countryside round here, but it's very beautiful. Of course it is, as I film this, mid-February. I would imagine you'll be watching this probably first week of March, something like that. Oh, nearly there. Medis, I don't know. That's where I'm staying, just outside of Royan. Having said that, looks like I'm about 5 or 6 kilometres outside of the seaside resort of where I am. So once I've found the hotel, it'll probably be unload everything, get myself organised and get back on the bike to head back out, or I'll have a little explore of the local area to where I'm staying. One or the other. What is nice, although it feels like I'm finishing the riding day a bit early for my liking, because it's usually, you know, 10 hours in, but it's not like that at all today. It's been very, very relaxed. It's nice arriving mid-late afternoon with a bit of daylight left, and not trying to find my way around in the dark. Now it says it's here, but this doesn't look right to me. Turn right in 40 yards maybe. Oh, Hotel Les Atlantis, that's my hotel behind me. Maybe I get to it up that road, I don't know. Looks like a nice quiet area. Having said that, there we go, that's the hotel. Having said that, it looks a nice quiet area. The place I parked in Reims and lost my bike. Yeah, I don't suppose you can ever tell. One thing's for sure, I will be locking everything up before I've even unloaded it. Won't fall into that trap again. Yeah, back last summer, for those of you that didn't see it, on the first night of a tour to the freedom, right past the, that's talking. On the first night of a tour with my son Ben to the Black Forest, we managed to get my bike stolen, unloading it in the hotel. That'd be nice if they're locked tonight. Let's stick it in here for now. So a bit of a result really. I was hoping for secure parking, and as much as I can understand it was with the car park, but the gates will be shut tonight, and so you've got to have a code to get in and out. So the bike, fingers crossed, will be secure. There's no staff here to let you in until 5 o'clock. It's currently, what is it, just coming up to 3, so I've got a couple of hours to kill. I'm going to go and find the coast, which is only about 5 kilometers away, something like that, and have a little wander around and then come back and get sorted, and that will conclude a fairly leisurely day's riding. But tomorrow it's going to get quite serious. I think there's a good 10-hour day ahead of me tomorrow. Anyway, so far so good. Well, no sooner had I got the address for the beach at Royan into the sat-nav, the manager arrived, which is nice because this isn't the hours they're supposed to come, and I've now got my key to get into my room, and it is definitely secure parking. I've got a code and a remote for the gates. I'm sorted, so I'm going to get myself organised, and then I'm going to take myself to Royan for something to eat and to have a look around, and it's been a productive day so far. So, usual kind of thing, I've exploded into the room. As you can see, not a bad room, basic, but it looks clean. That'd be me. Just looking at tomorrow's route, and this is it basically. I don't know if you can see that very well. Currently here at Royan, and I'm going to take the ferry across that bit of water, then ride through the natural park to Donostia San Sebastian, which is there. It's always difficult with one hand. Not far from Bilbao. I can't say that, Bilbao. And then I'll be working my way across into Portugal. I could take the motorway round, which would make it far less time, about 4 hours I reckon, by taking the route through the national park and that little ferry. It's 6.5 hours, so with stops and stuff that's probably an 8.5, 9 hour day, but it's only 250 something miles, so it's actually a relatively easy day tomorrow. But I've just looked at the forecast, and 15, 16 degrees already in this area, so the further south I go, the better it's going to get. It's making me really excited. Perhaps we'll even break into the 20s when I'm in Portugal. Really hope so. Anyway, sort myself out, back to the plan that I had earlier, and go to the beach area, the seafront, to find myself some food. That's, I think, the next couple of hours spoken for. So I'm guessing tomorrow morning after breakfast, somewhere around here I'll be catching a ferry across that expanse of water you can see in front of us, and that will take me down towards Spain through a national park, which I'm hoping is going to make for some spectacular riding. If not a long day, but it will be worth it, I hope. If the weather's like this, and it promises to be, then it really will be worth it. Right, there's the beach. Wow. I'm going to ignore the sat-nav now. Turn right because I fancy the look of the harbour. Fab. Parking for motos, that might be the thing for me. And then I can just wander around. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Turn myself around. Very nice. I'll pop it here next to that bonnet. A bunch of Triumphs a long way from home. Now, interestingly, I can't see a single lock around any of those, or disc lock, but I'm going to be putting 3 on. Now, I'd be even happier if I could lock it to something, but I think you have to accept that you can't always have the ideal situation. So that is my bike secure, hopefully. Got the light lock, the alarmed disc lock, and the Oxford chain round the rear wheel. Steering lock's also on, for what good that is. Interestingly, I mean, I washed my bike just before we came, and all the grime off of our roads getting here. These bikes, this gorgeous Bonneville, not a bit of British road salt on it. Neither this Triumph, neither this one. But it's very Triumph heavy here. The UK is a tough option, I think, for motorcycling during the winter. Anyway, time to go for a wander. Serenaded by throaty exhaust, I approve. European motorcycle life appears to be a much more of an all year round kind of deal. And you can see why when you've got mild weather like this. It is the middle of February. I think eventually the plan's going to be to spend 3 months each winter riding around various warm parts of Europe and bringing you the channel from Greece and Italy and Spain and many places. Got a sneaky feeling that is the queue for the ferry I'm going to want to take tomorrow. Take me across to the other side and then I can blast down to Spain. Nice trans out. So I think given that the prime objective of this tour was to escape British winter time and to find some sunshine and some warmth, I think so far I'm succeeding on that front. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, but all I'm going to do now is get myself a bite to eat and then get back to the hotel so I can have an early night in readiness for the big push tomorrow into Spain. So I'm going to end today's video now. I do hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow morning in the next one. Bye bye.